got the 65 Chevelle in here. This is an old pro street car built in the mid 80s, 86. And it's here for some carpet. We're going to change out the carpet. We're just a little at a time. So we're going to pull this old cut pile out that's been in here since 86 when it was built. And we're going to go to the European square weave carpet with some leather trim to start with. And we're going to sound deaden it and do some other stuff to it also. So we're going to get started pulling all this carpet out and going from there. So anyway, what we've done, this is the seat structure that was put in here. This car was built back in the 86, somewhere in that mid 80s. So they put this frame in here to support the floor, but it had no insulation or juke padding, so I'm going to double layer all of this for heat. The exhaust runs right under the center of this car. So we've cut it out to allow for the thickness of the structure. And then our second layer will come over, and since it's longer than we've got, we'll splice it here on the first layer, and then we'll take the second layer and splice it like this so that our seams won't be on top of each other, and that'll just give it a little bit better insulating properties. So we're going to double the floor. We've already doubled the firewall insulation, and we've doubled the wheel tubs. So once we get the floors done, I'll come in and cover this. I'll do a trial fit, cut all the holes for the shifter, and then we'll be ready to start on some carpet. We'll do the firewall first, and the wheel tub in the back area, and the trans tunnel, and then the floor itself will actually be the last pieces that go in, with leather binding around the edges and around the roll cage and stuff like that. So that's what where we are on this car here. This is an old pro street car from the 80s, and we're getting it ready for a reunion. I believe it's in somewhere in Illinois, maybe quoin, where they used to have the Street Machine Nationals, but it's a Street Machine National reunion. And the owner of this car is wanting to take it back, since this car was at the first ones in the 80s. So that's where we are right now in this particular car. 65 Chevelle that just came in. Basically just to do the carpet. It's an old Pro Street car built back in '86. So it's been around for quite a while. And what we did is we took the old blue cut pile carpet that was in it, and we went to the square weave. Kind of a pain in the butt, even though it looks pretty simple. Car had no sound deadening, no insulation whatsoever, and everything was just kind of loosely glued in it. Had some half-inch foam on the back of the carpet. So probably this winter, maybe next winter, the next project will be to update the rest of the interior. So it's got the Wilton square weave. We did a gray leather binding around it, and we did the binding around all the roll cages. We sound deadened the entire car with the hush mat, and then we used aluminum backed jute padding, double layered all of that, firewall the floors, the trans tunnel. We put some nut certs in the floor for the shifter to make it all serviceable from the top side, so you don't have to have somebody underneath of it. And then back here in the trunk, we also carpeted the trunk. So we cut around the wheel tubs, did the binding, put nut certs in the floor for all the anchor points for the batteries. And this is actually all one piece, so we made templates and located and actually just did direct fit holes. So it's all nice and clean now. The customer's real pleased. We made some matching floor mats for it also. So this one's going home, and then maybe this winter it'll be back to finish up the rest of the interior.